Onslaught Liverpool, here we go. Deal done and dusted for Fabrizio Romano yesterday night. Went in through and obviously broke the story, and I said, all right, it's gonna be one of those stories that obviously work onto this Saturday, the 26th of April 2024. Smash the like button, comment and share. If I told you watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel because we want to hit the magic number that is very known to most of you. And Onslaught has gonna hit to speak out. Jurgen Klopp has also gonna hit to speak out, and there is a record that's going to be said by the side of Feyenoord on this transfer of Onslaught to the side of Liverpool. But a very huge delegate or huge figure at Bayern Munich has gonna hit to obviously confirm that they are in talks with Ralf Rangnick. And what does that mean? Then Chelsea fans, you might be getting a little bit of a breather. Your star player, who was going to hit to score 21 goals in the Premier League and close to 10 assists this season, is back for the game of football you're going to be playing today after that annihilation at the Stadium of Emirates in the midweek. Maybe you might really go ahead and really cause a very huge battle as you're taking on Aston Villa. So let's see close to 200 likes matching this video, and this is the Football News Show. Rokani David is my name, and let's go eyes. Onslaught is a 45-year-old Dutch former player, and he's a Feyenoord manager right now. And in the due course of the week, Onslaught was talking to ESPN, and this is what he talked to ESPN: that I would like to become new Liverpool manager. My intentions are clear. Feyenoord and Liverpool are in talks to negotiate. I'm waiting to see what will come out of it. And finally, yesterday night, Fabrizio Romano came out and told us exactly what was going to have to come out of these negotiations between Liverpool and Feyenoord. Said Fabrizio Romano, Onslaught will be new Liverpool head coach replacing Jurgen Klopp at the end of the season. Agreement said on compensation between Feyenoord and Liverpool all set, also on contract details for Slot. Here we go. So when he sounds a here we go, you know what that means. It's really very important to note that Onslaught is really a very good manager, and he plays the Pep style of football, tiki-taka, Dutch style of football. And I think he's coming to a better club than what Erik ten Hag came in through. I believe ten Hag is a better manager than Onslaught, but Erik ten Hag went ahead to fall into the mud, to a team that never had what we call a very good structure. But Liverpool has a very good structure, and I tell you what, a manager like Onslaught is really gonna thrive there because they have the players that can do that kind of job, and he's having Dutch players there, Cody Gakpo and Virgil van Dijk, that believe in him, and I think he's gonna connect with them more easily. All Liverpool have to do is to get in some 4 players. Like, they need a serious CDM in the team, not to come out and compete with Endo. They need I think they need another center back, right? They need a right attacking midfielder in the levels of Olise, Pedro Neto, Leroy Sen, name it. So we'll wait to see who he brings in through. But remember, he has seen players in the Dutch league play right there, and he might obviously go ahead and really sign a player from Feyenoord. I won't be surprised if at all he really signs two, 3 players from Feyenoord, because players in Feyenoord are really cheaper, right? They're really cheaper than how we anticipate other teams are going to be. And Liverpool likes to bring in cheap players, but remember, you bring them at a cost. They must be of pure quality, like you see McAllister, who went ahead to join the side of Liverpool. So after that, here we go, was sounded by Fabrizio Romano. Then we went into what we called the record he has gone ahead to set. Onslaught will be the most expensive Dutch coach ever, as Liverpool will pay compensation fee around 13 to 15 million euros. Details will be completed on papers over the weekend. So Erik ten Hag came in through to Man United. I think it was around between, was it 6 and 10 million euros? That is it. But Onslaught, 13 to 15 million euros, most expensive Dutch manager, and the compensation obviously coming through from the bank account of Liverpool to the bank account of Feyenoord. And no manager would love to obviously not take over this opportunity, because he knows to it that it knocks on the door once in a lifetime, because Liverpool is being wanted to be managed by very many people. We all know that. So as Liverpool is being wanted to be managed by very many people, I tell you, If you miss out on such a chance, I don't see it really returning. That is it. But Jurgen Klopp has come out and really spoken about Ancelotti and what he expects to find at Liverpool. And this is what Jurgen Klopp really had to say. I'm not involved club-wise. I would like a lot that if Arne is the one, he wants to take the job. I like his team style. All I hear about him as a guy, good coach. I'll tell him this is the best job in the world, best club in the world, best people. Now, when you look at Ancelotti, he's coming in through at Liverpool to do a job that Jurgen Klopp has left at what we call a rebuild stage. We don't know what decisions is he going to make, because managers like him are obviously coming through to make decisions that are really gonna shake the world. But for Jurgen Klopp, one thing I've gonna hate to love about him is that he's not involved in the discussion of who the next manager of the club is gonna be, and it shows you that Liverpool has what we call a working board. They don't need to listen to the manager. That is it. That's the problem that Manchester United went to make under Sir Alex Ferguson, because they never had what we call a competent board. If they had a competent board, there is no way you tell me that David Moyes would be the best manager to replace Alex Ferguson. No way. No way. It's nowhere written in the world of football that such a manager who was at Everton could obviously come in through and really take on the job of Man United, because he has been in the Premier League for a decade plus. That was really a bad choice. But because the board was so much all ears open to Sir Alex Ferguson, that's why they went ahead to make that decision. But I'm really excited about Jurgen Klopp, because no one is going to come out and really put the blame onto him that he was responsible for the manager we chose, so that is good that the board is really choosing a manager and they've gone ahead to discuss everything they want. But Ancelotti is going to have what we call a soft landing at Liverpool, because they're having good players and their age is really great. When you look at Trent, he's like 25, 26. I think Robertson is grown. They have Konate is young, Kwanshi is young, McAllister is young, so Basler is young, Gravenberch is young. Oh, I had even forgotten that there is even another third Dutch player known as Gravenberch is young, Bajcetic is young, Elliott is young, Curtis Jones is young, Darwin Núñez is young, Luis Diaz is young, Cody Gakpo is young. So they're really having a good squad, and all they need is to reinforce it a little bit and obviously click the levels they really deserve to be. He's not going to suffer like Erik ten Hag suffered at Man United, because he's operating under a very, very competent board that can obviously offer him exactly what he wants. That is the beauty of Ancelotti to Liverpool, and coming in through at a proper time in here onto this beautiful channel of the Football News. So it's just getting exciting for the fans of Liverpool, and expect the best from this guy, because he's not naive into the Champions League. He has managed games in the Champions League, and let me obviously show you his record in there for you. Now, he took over Feyenoord in 2022, right? And in the KNVB Cup, he managed 4 games, won 2, drawn 1, and lost 1. Eredivisie, in the season of 2022-2023, he played 34 games, he won 25, 7 draws, and 2 games were lost. UEFA Europa League, he played 10 games, won 4, right? Drawn 3, and lost 3, meaning that on Europe he's really having that level. The year that he went ahead, obviously, and he won the title last season, right? And this season, 2023-2024, in the Eredivisie, 31 games played, won 23, drawn 6, and lost 2. Champions League, 6 games, won 2, drawn 2, lost 4. UEFA Europa League, 2 games, won 0, lost 2, drawn 2, and lost none. And that is the guy. And this season starts for Ancelotti. He averages 2.18 points per game. He has a winning percentage of 67%, 2.2 goals scored, and he has gone ahead to concede 0.87 goals in a match. That is the 45-year-old Dutch manager that is going to be the manager of Liverpool. And in his career, he is going to play a total of 253 matches as a manager. So to manage 253 matches, his career win percentage is 61.26. Career wins 155 out of 256. He is going to manage Feyenoord, AZ Alkmaar, and Kamba. Those are the teams that's going to manage. And another Dutch manager comes into the Premier League to obviously take it by storm. Will he take it by storm? We wait and see how that really happens, but it's really gonna be an enticing season of 2024-2025 as another quality manager has gonna have to come through into the Premier League. Now we go a little bit to Bayern Munich, and there is a very huge guy that is really a very huge figure at Bayern Munich that has come out and really confirmed that they're in talks with Ralf Rangnick, and this guy goes by the names of Rokani. He's 72 years of age. He's a German football executive, former professional player, and he works with Bayern Munich, right? So he has come out and confirmed to the world that Bayern Munich is talking to Ralf Rangnick, and it shows you how good this guy is. And as I told you, I love Ralf Rangnick to return to Bayern Munich and really showcase his qualities, because I believe in him. I will understand all what he has to be doing with life. So Joel Honeib confirms, yes, there are talks ongoing with Ralf Rangnick. I think we will have a decision within a week. So a decision within a week is going to be made, and Ralf Rangnick is obviously being considered to be the next manager of Bayern Munich. And I tell you, he's the best man they'll ever want to bring in through at the club of Bayern Munich. He's really good, and if at all you want to rebuild that team, you need this guy, because he'll take you to the sky. Now, the manager of Bayern Munich, who is really leaving, Thomas Tuchel, was asked on how he feels when Bayern fans are calling him to stay. He said, for me, this is a pleasant topic that people want to keep me here, but it has no priority to me. I don't want to take it as an excuse or distraction. We are in full focus on the final games. I know why the fans are really so much pole shifting, something I don't really want, because you can't tell me that a manager is good enough because I was going to take you to the semi-finals of the Champions League. Now, I tell you, these fans are really, they keep changing colors, If they get knocked out by Real Madrid, they'll come out and tell him, please pack your bags and leave. That's why the board was right to really sack you. You get? If he goes to the final, they will say, all right, stay. That's how stupid these fans really tend to be. But football is a game of opinions. But for me, when a decision is made, I don't see any reason as to why it's going to be overturned. Because for Barcelona, they're going to hit overturn their decision. With Xavi, they want to keep him around until either obviously getting Pep Guardiola in the coming seasons. But I tell you what, I don't really believe in Tuchel. I think they better sack Tuchel, get in Ralf Rangnick to rebuild that club. You get? Ralf Rangnick will come in through with new tactics, and he'll obviously take them to where they deserve to be as a team, because I believe in him as a manager, and Bayern have young players, and he can also really recruit very good players. And if at all you want to know the quality of this man, I would like to let you know that when he was at Man United as an interim manager, do you know what happened? He pointed on players that we are still at a cheaper level to obviously get the meaning that he has a very good scouting network. Julian Alves, 20 million euros was the price tagged on him by, I think, River Plate. Then Enzo Fernandez was at 30 million euros. You understand? Akanji was one of the players he really recommended for Man United to sign. He's now at Man City. There is Konrad Laimer. He's now at Bayern Munich, obviously. Then he talked about Haidara, Benjamin Sheshko. He had a list of players that are so much doing well right now. When you look at Enzo Fernandez, Chelsea bought him for 120 million euros, meaning that he has a lot to offer when it comes to scouting. And if you're told you're Bayern Munich, you'd like to obviously get him on because he can obviously move on to the board level of the club to obviously do the jobs that other people have failed to do at the club after really stabilizing this club of Bayern Munich, because the club needs to stabilize. You know, with Xabi Alonso saying, I'm staying, you need someone better who is good at really getting in players who can really run and really die for the club. That is it. So that is it coming in through from Bayern Munich. And let's go to the side of Chelsea, as fans are really excited for the return of Cole Palmer. And Pochettino confirms Cole Palmer will be back versus Aston Villa. He said at the end, it's the reality. Cole is a key player for us. He's showing we are struggling a little bit without him. That's a reality. We can't hide. Now, Chelsea went again to get a humbling at Emirates in the midweek. After getting that humbling, it really came to our notice that the team was really not really okay without Cole Palmer. I understand people say Cole Palmer isn't the reason that's why they considered 5. I tell you, however much you say he wasn't going to be the better person to really defend, but I tell you, his presence gives Chelsea better control. Chelsea couldn't have control of that ball. Every time they got it, they lost it easily to Arsenal. But Cole Palmer, being a press-resistant player, would have gone ahead to offer a lot into that game of football. And I tell you, even if Arsenal would have gone ahead to win the game, because I knew Arsenal was going to win, it was a sure win for Arsenal. But I knew that Cole Palmer would have gone ahead to shock Arsenal and maybe test their defense with shots, assists, and very many other things. But I tell you, if you believe that they never missed him, watch the game of football today. You're going to see a very totally changed side of Chelsea. Go to the game of Man City in the semi-finals of the FA Cup. See how Cole Palmer went ahead to obviously boss that side, and the assists and the balls he really gave to Nicholas Jackson that Nicholas Jackson failed to score in there for you. But Chelsea have a very huge boost. Nkunku is back in training. Reece James is back in training. And which other player? I saw 3 players of Chelsea back in training. And I think they're really excited to have them. So guys, I call upon for your reactions about Ancelotti to Liverpool deal done. And is a here we go. Do you think he's going to be one of those managers to join the likes of Mikel Arteta to disturb Pep Guardiola's dominance in the Premier League? All of that and more into the comment section below. Do you think it's right for Bayern to take in Ralf Rangnick? And what's the impact for the return of the man known as Cole Palmer as they face Aston Villa today at the Villa Park? And Thomas Tuchel fans pleading for him to stay. Do you think it's a right decision for these fans obviously sing him a song that he should stay at Bayern Munich? All that and more into the comment section below. First video of the day, more is yet to come. A combined 11 will obviously show up. Predicted starting 11 for the side of Spurs will also come out in a nick of time onto this beautiful channel. Ange Postecoglou has revealed to us the mission of Tottenham Hotspur to stop Arsenal from really clinching the trophy and really stopping them tomorrow at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. The Muslims, Barakallahu fikum. The Christians, we cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ, and may the living to God bless you abundantly. We out.